I'm Wei Liu. I'm right now in Huanggang, City, just close to Wuhan, center of this outbreak. I have been staying at home for almost 2 months since Chinese Lunar New Year. Firstly, on January 23rd or 24th, the morning of 24th, uh, like Wuhan was declared like all the city was locked down officially, and then um, our city, like Huanggang, Xichun, uh, my city, the city I live right now, are also locked down. Like no cars going out, no public transportation except the emergency or like for transportation for the medical devices. Yeah.
Is your city still shut down?
Uh, a weeks ago, like 10 days, I don't remember, about at least 1 week ago, my city was reported like a continuing zero increase in cases for the COVID-19. There's no new case for at least one or 2 weeks, and our city was declared as a low risk city.
Is Wuhan still shut down, or is that also released?
Wuhan has been declared like no new cases for 4 days, and right now the restriction is being removed one by one. Like the good news I heard today is citizens in Wuhan can go out to market to buy their daily materials, and the workers will go back to their workplace one by one. Yeah, we have a like healthy code, like SQ code. If it shows green, then it proves that you haven't been in touch with any suspected cases or confirmed cases in 2 weeks. Like you don't have a flu, or you don't get any.
How does that know what your temperature is?
Like it is like by yourself. You test your you have to promise like you are okay, and you have to prove yourself you're healthy. And then the community will also have to record your body temperature and your recent healthy condition. You have to make the commitment by yourself. Yeah.
All right. That's just your certificate.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on having it green.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if some people, if they are confirmed or they have some abnormal situation, this will be a red code. So they have to wait until they get a green code.
So you had to remain in your apartment for about 7 weeks?
Yeah, the rule is like it said that one family can send only one person out to buy food or daily materials on for twice a week.
Okay, people in line to get food.
Yes.
买菜的。
So, but they are keeping 1 meters like distance
Yeah.
from each other, and everybody is wearing a mask.
Did you walk around the city and just see how empty it was?
Uh, yes, this is the city. Usually, this road is full by cars, but that day is empty. And this is the people from hospital. Because in my neighborhoods, there is one family get confirmed cases. What's confirmed cases?
And do you live with your family or do you live alone?
I live with my family.
How many of you are there?
My parents and my father's family, and they have 2 children, so it's almost 7.
In one apartment or a house?
A big house, yeah.
Okay. Did you play more games with the family, or were you on the internet more? Were you chatting with friends online more? Like, how was your life very different because you were inside most of the time?
Yeah, I think we watch more TVs, especially for the news. We are uh, every day we will be we concerned about the numbers, or behind the numbers is or the family
Mm,
that we was impacted by this outbreak, and we get new informations from the experts to how to protect ourselves. And also we spend more time with families to talk about our future plans, or like family plans. Most time we spend is to cooking foods. We met many like Chinese traditional snacks, especially from my mother. She's very good, and we made ourselves French fries, like done by ourselves. Yes, it looks good. I agree. And this is a egg potato
mm,
pancake.
mm-hmm.
I'm hungry now. And this is the traditional Chinese youtiao. It's fried, like something we used to have it in our for our breakfast. And also we have our daily uh, activities, like our daily um, sports after meal. Yeah, we'll train ourselves. My mother is dancing like 广场舞 dancing, and me and my brother, my father, we do some like jumping, like jumping.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is my cousin,
yeah, wow.
and we keep ourselves like more healthy
Yeah, sure,
by these
sure.
ways. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you weren't alone because I think that would be more hard, but you had people there.
Yes.
Did anybody know anybody who tried to leave? Maybe they tried to leave the city. Maybe they tried to leave their house. Were people protesting? Were they angry? Did they say, we need our food, or we need to leave our home, or we need to go to do Tai Chi in the park, or like we need to do these things. We need to, like, were people rebelling at all?
Some I think there definitely have some complaining voices, but there's no protest like big events. And even my family, my father, or sometimes my brother, also they want to leave, go back to normal soon. Yeah,
Uh,
everyone want to go back to normal life soon.
yeah,
But like the complaints, or it's just complain. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
everyone knows that healthy is the best uh, gifts, or the best gifts for us, or also for our family. now you see like China is getting better now, and
Yeah.
our city and Hubei province, Wuhan city, is also getting better right now. And
Mhm.
I think we are, oh, these days we are joking that like few months ago, probably Hubei province is the most dangerous place in the world, but nowadays it's most safest worst
Mhm.
safest place in the world. Yeah, the national, all the nations hospital are the best experts in Wuhan, in Hubei, and we have the best experience in fighting against the virus. Yeah.
Let, so let's talk about how the city fought the COVID-19, and then
Mm.
how you helped. So can you talk about, just start from the beginning? How did you start helping um, your city, or did you go into Wuhan to help? How did you help? When and where did you help?
So it was at first I saw like our Chinese UMN, like University of Minnesota Alumni Association in Shenzhen. They start like a foundation to help like some hospital to gathering some medical materials
Okay.
like facial mask
Yeah.
and protective shoes, and I help them starting from raising money. We post to our social media. The first step is we confirm with the hospital what they need,
Yeah.
and the hospital will give us a document with the hospital name and
Yeah.
their sign.
Okay.
And I have the contact information, contact person in the hospital, and they will confirm whether the materials is received. I negotiate with the person in the factory.
When you worked with that factory, did wasn't the government already doing that?
Yes,
So what,
yes.
so how did you help? Like, you didn't work for the government, did you?
No, uh, actually, I also it's kind of
Was there some
I
overlap?
also
Like the government was working with that factory, and then you also were working with that factory, and you kind of worked together?
um for this time it's like not officially not official process because the amount is not too huge, and because I was in contact with that person for many times, and then they personally he has some supplies in in factory, and he
Yep.
can have the chance to give that to us, and he
Okay.
knows the situation our hospital is facing, so he gives that to us, and we pay him money. Actually, I'm the middleman between between the hospital,
Yep.
my local hospital, and our alumni association and Binance Charity Foundation and Blockchain Association. These three, uh, they provide money to buy the supplies,
Yep.
and I am the middleman to trying to get their supplies directly to the local hospital.
How did you start working with Binance? How did they know you were in near Wuhan? How did they know that you could help? How did you find each other?
During the time I was doing the volunteering work, I was trying to join in every uh, groups, like we will post like groups to help with uh, this region, yeah, on the WeChat, and
Okay.
they will post information that they have supplies, they have materials, which hospital uh, need these materials, these
Yep.
supplies,
Yep.
and I will add that person, and
Okay.
I will find that person to have their materials to send to the hospital.
Did
During that time, I think every day I will receive thousands of message. When I wake up in the morning, my cell phone is full up with thousands of message from like more than 100 groups, WeChat groups. Some person post the information, and then I contact her directly,
yeah.
and I state the situation in she in our local hospital, and she said like we have some supplies that maybe you can the hospital needs, and maybe we can buy more. We have money. We can, if you can find more factories, we can buy more supplies for the hospital. So the Binance Foundation, they have money, and they want to spend that money, and they want to buy the supplies directly, and then send to directly to the hospital. And all they need is proof that shows the hospital received their supplies from Binance Foundation.
Mhm.
There are different ways. Like
Wow.
some for the protective suits, I found the factory, and I do the all the uh, connections. Yes, make sure the supply uh, is sure,
And,
confirm. Yes.
and so you did all this from home. You never had to leave home to do any of this?
Yes, I never did my whole. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you spent many hours a day doing this.
Yes, a lot of like communication works, and a lot of um, informations you have to sort out, negotiation like
Yeah.
about pricing,
Yeah.
about the standards of the whether the supplies meet the standards of the hospital to the hospital, whether they
Did,
can use it during their.
wow. Was any of this done over a blockchain, or was it all just done through traditional banking?
Oh, okay, yeah. it, I think this we the blockchain is not didn't reach that far. I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we are all put on by the traditional way, but it's also like through Alipay or through WeChat Pay.
I see.
Mhm.
Um, did blockchain companies do more than a lot of other companies, or were they able to work faster than other companies or other charities?
As for my knowledge, I think so. The hospital, maybe uh, they didn't know blockchain, what is blockchain before, and they don't know what Binance is doing, and they don't know what is the blockchain association. And but during this outbreak, our blockchain industry, blockchain company, react very fast. They use all their networks, or they gathering, like they start to set up the groups, and also they make donations and defend their uh, supplies. They're trying to do some contribution to
Yeah.
the local hospital. Yeah, and I think they get very positive comments from from neither the government or the north or the hospitals. Yes.
Were you able to work with Binance and OKX and Huobi because you work with another blockchain fintech
Uh,
company?
uh, yes, I think this is a background, and before Definer also worked with a blockchain company, and Definer, I told them I also working in a blockchain company. We contribute our value in the during this outbreak, and I think for further uh, partnership, we will have more directly connection with finance or Huobi or OKEX
Yeah.
or the blockchain association. Yeah.
After this work, are you interested in doing more of it? Like, did you say, I want to keep doing this kind of work.
Yeah, I after this, and I also did some volunteering work when I in college and in before, but that cannot compare to this one. And this one, I get so involved, and I also in the center of the outbreak, and I know what they need, and I found all the resource I can, and I did all the works that I can help, and the result, the feedback is very positive.
Yeah, you should get an award. You should get they should have a special event celebrating you in Wuhan.
I,
But then a lot of people stepped up to help, didn't they?
yes, a lot of people stay. I know there's a lot of people around us. They are doing very valuable things. So for me, I just did not did a little things like to help a local hospital, but I know some people they helping around all the medical system in Wuhan. So there is some inspiration from them. Yeah, it's very important to find to have the inspiration
Yeah.
source. Like I was inspired by other people's. Like I think I have worked with more than 100 people during this work. Yeah, so many people are joining this volunteering work. So I think just uh, get some inspirations from outside.
Certainly there will be people here in the US who can watch this and be inspired by your story, and because we need people here now in the US that have to help.
Yes.
Because people are getting sick, but also there's going to be a lot of people without money because they don't have jobs, and
Mhm.
so that's going to be difficult for a lot of people. Well, thank you for passing on that inspiration then that you got from others, and now you pass it on that others can now have it watching and hearing your story. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Wei.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.